Right, so RS1600i. We still have the Cosy. I've really done much to it this year. It's been a funny old year. But I just picked this up a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't actually had it running yet. It's a bit of a different thing to the Cosy because it's complete, and the plan is to have it as original as possible, whereas the Cosy is update everything. So try and get it started 19th December, and I'd quite like to have it done or MOT'd over the next week or so, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I figured if you're into Cosys, this is pretty cool, right? Do a quick go round it. So yeah, apologies for the wind noise, but yeah, if we have a look in the engine bay, you can see the original coils are currently missing. Someone's fitted a distributor, and obviously the coil that goes with it. It's quite a common thing to be done back in the day because of the pickup on the flywheel. We'll go into that in the future, but that's all gonna hopefully get reverted. But yeah, you can see the proper rocker cover on there, exhaust manifold, intake manifold. I've been learning that pretty much everything on these cars is unique. Yeah, if we go underneath, you can see the double anti-roll bars present. Quite a cool feature. Causes them to have some funky camber on the front end. So yeah, having a look inside, it's got the original roll top style seats in there, of course. There's a third one to come with it. At this point, I didn't know the condition, but most of it's there. It's had a stereo at some point, but that's not really important at the moment. I'll get to that in the future. The glove box I used to get a replacement key because that was snapped in half when I picked it up. So yeah, I was hoping with the new key, I was hoping to find some goodies in the boot, but mostly just metering heads and this old seat, some XR3 bits in there as well. Yeah, it turns out this seat's pretty shot, but the two in the car are good, so that's fine. Yeah, it's quite tight in this whole garage, but we'll get to that down the line. See, you can't so much see it on the video, but the paintwork on this car is not a strong point. So I believe the story goes it was fully repainted in 2014, and basically the geezer must have been gutted because it reacted. So the whole exterior of the car has got this mottled feel, which is a real shame. So yeah, let's make a start by changing the oil. I was looking through the history, and it actually turns out that the engine was very recently rebuilt. So I've ended up going for a Miller's running oil. So I've had to change that after 1,200 miles or something. But everything that I can see points to have done very few miles since being rebuilt. You can see the gearbox looks kind of fresh here. That was also rebuilt. A bit of oxidising. So whilst that's going on, I figured to do the fuel filter. Never really worked on a CVH Escort, so a little bit different, but yeah, a few quirks to learn. But luckily the fuel filter is quite accessible on these cars, right up in the engine bay. So now the oil's all topped up, I removed the king lead off of the distributor to the coil. You can hear the old alarm, that features quite a bit. So yeah, just turning it over to build up some oil pressure. Make sure the wipers are working. Oil pressure and alarm. Right, giving it another go now. With fueled up and with the king lead on the distributor, and we notice, yeah, we've got no fuel. Stick a multimeter under there, and yeah, I can see I've got 12 volts at the fuel pump, so I think the fuel pump's knackered basically.
Pump's no good.
So, new fuel pump, let's give it a whirl. Give it a try now, we're seeing fuel pressure. Seems to be starting on the cold start valve. And yeah, we noticed that the main intake pipe from the meter and head to the intake is full of splits. So I take that up just as a temporary fix, try to get it running. And she starts. Give it a couple minutes to warm up, but yeah, quite cool. Get it all started. As I say, the intake pipe is a bit of a temporary. I've ordered a silicone replacement because, again, another unique 16i part. Sounds pretty sweet, the little engine. Be quite cool down the line to take all the front splitter off and bring that all back to black, all the bumper ends and stuff, restore all the plastics. That should be quite enjoyable, hopefully. The wheels on the car actually are spotless as well. I think they've recently been refurbished. They definitely haven't done many miles. They're the correct 16i ones as well. They're slightly different to turbo. We'll have another quick look around the car now it's out of the garage, a bit more space around it. It's a great colour, this Caspian blue. I do think it is a really good looking little car. The front spoiler, the rear spoiler, the decal kit. It's very of period. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you like the car. We'll see how we get on at the MOT. It doesn't quite go to plan, to say the least. But yeah, hopefully you'll see that in the next video. Cheers.